Hello and welcome back to Standard 7 Mathematics class. Today we start with lesson number 5, Operations on Rational Numbers. You have learned about numbers since your childhood. The numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 are called natural numbers or counting numbers. When you include 0 to this group, you get the group of whole numbers. By including opposite numbers of natural numbers or negative numbers, we get what is called as integers. So integers are a set of numbers that include whole numbers and positive and negative numbers. Now let us learn about rational numbers. A rational number is a number that is expressed as the ratio of two integers, where the denominator value should not be equal to 0. So we had studied about natural numbers. When you include 0 to that group, you get the group of whole numbers. And when you include negative numbers to the group of whole numbers, we get what is called as integers. And now we are learning about rational numbers. If m and n is any integer and n is any non-zero integer, then the number m upon n is called a rational number. That means a number in the numerator-denominator form, where the denominator is not equal to 0 is called as a rational number. There are two conditions to be satisfied, that is, both m and n should be integers and the denominator should not be equal to 0. These are a few examples of rational numbers. Minus 3 upon 8, 1 upon 2, minus 3 upon 4, 2 upon 5, minus 1 upon 10. All these are examples of the rational numbers. All are in the numerator-denominator form. Now let's try to complete this table given on page number 34 of your textbook. You have to see each number and put a tick mark in the boxes. For example, if the first number is minus 3, is it a natural number? It's not a natural number, so we put a cross mark in the first box. 3 upon 5, is it a natural number? No, so we put a cross mark here. Minus 17 is not a natural number. Same way, minus 7 upon 8 is also not a natural number. Now 5, is it a natural number? Yes, so we put a tick mark. In the next row, minus 3, is it an integer? Yes, so we put a tick mark. 3 upon 5, is it an integer? No, so we put a cross mark. In this way, you will complete this row. If it is an integer, you put a tick mark. If it is not an integer, you put a cross mark. Now let us see the last row. Always remember, natural numbers, whole numbers and integers belong to the group of rational numbers. So, minus 3, yes, it is a rational number. 3 upon 5 is a rational number. Minus 17 is a rational number. Minus 7 upon 8 is also a rational number. And 5 is also a rational number. Now we see that rational numbers include fractions, integers, whole numbers and natural numbers. All the number groups belong to the group of rational numbers. So a rational number is much similar to a fraction. What is a fraction? A fraction is any number of the form a upon b, where both a and b are whole numbers and the denominator b is not equal to 0. And what is a rational number? A rational number is a number which is in the form of m upon n, where both m and n are integers and the denominator n is not equal to 0. So what's the difference between a fractional number and a rational number? A fraction is expressed in the form of a ratio of whole numbers. That means in a fraction, the numbers a and b are both whole numbers and the value of b is not equal to 0. Whereas a rational number is also expressed in the form of a ratio as P by Q, where the numerator and denominator are integers and the denominator Q is not equal to 0. Now here are some examples of rational numbers and some examples of fractions. 1 upon 4, 9 upon minus 2, 12 upon minus 8, etc. are rational numbers. 1 by 2, 1 by 8, 6 by 4, etc. are examples of fractions. So we see that all fractions can be termed as rational numbers. However, all rational numbers cannot be termed as fractions. Only those rational numbers in which P and Q are positive integers are termed as fractions. Now, operations on rational numbers. What are the mathematical operations? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Now, rational numbers are written like fractions using numerator and denominator. So, the operations on rational numbers are also carried on as on fractions.
Let's now see the operations on rational numbers. First, let us take the addition of like fractions. Now, what are like fractions? Like fractions are fractions that have the same denominator. So let's see how you add them. Let's take an example. The first example, let's add 11 upon 12 plus 3 upon 12. Now the two are having the same denominator. So all you do is add the numerator. Say 11 plus 3 and write the common denominator. So 11 plus 3 is how much? It is 14. So the answer is 14 upon 12. Now let's see if they are having different denominator. So the addition of rational numbers if they have different denominators. Let's take an example. I'm using sums from your practice set only so that it will be easy for you. The question is 11 upon 17 plus 13 upon 19. So in this case, if you see, the denominators are different. So first what you have to do, you have to make the denominators equal. So to make the denominators equal, what we have to do is, we have to multiply the first fraction by the denominator of the second fraction. That means you have to write it as 11 upon 17 multiply both the denominator and numerator by 19. That's the denominator of the second fraction. By multiplying both numerator and denominator, the value of the number does not change. Now you multiply the second fraction by the denominator of the first fraction. So it will be 13 into 17 upon 19 into 17. On multiplying this, you will get 209 upon 323 plus 221 upon 323. Now they are having same denominators. So all you got to do is add the numerator. So you will get 209 plus 221 divided by 323. So that will give you 430 divided by 323. So if you see, if the rational numbers are having different denominators, what we have to do? We have to first make the denominators same and then do the addition of the numerator. Now this is question number 2. The question is 1 and 2 upon 3 plus 2 and 4 upon 5. Now these are mixed numbers. You have an integer part and a fraction part to the number. So this is called as a mixed number. So when you want to add mixed numbers, we have to first convert them into improper fraction and then follow the addition rules. Now how will you convert this mixed number into an improper fraction? So to convert 1 and 2 by 3 into an improper fraction, what you have to do? You have to multiply this two numbers, 3 into 1, and add this. So you'll get 3 into 1 plus 2 upon 3 plus, how will you convert this? 2 multiplied by 5 plus 4 upon 5. We get this as 5 upon 3 plus 14 upon 5. Now these are rational numbers with different denominators. Now what we have to do? We have to make the denominators equal and then do the addition. Now to make the denominators equal, the first fraction you have to multiply by 5 and the second fraction you have to multiply by 3. Let's do that. So you get 5 into 5 upon 3 into 5 plus 14 into 3 upon 5 into 3. So this will give you 25 upon 15 plus 14 into 3 is 42 upon 15. Now the denominators are equal. Now what we have to do? We have to only add the numerators. So you get 25 plus 42 upon 15. That is equal to 67 upon 15. So if it is a mixed number, first you have to convert it into an improper fraction. Then if it is having different denominators, you have to make the denominators equal and then do the addition. We will continue with the remaining questions in the next video. Thank you and have a nice day.